Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. So I've been getting a lot of questions about Kurt Angle wrestling last night at TLC. I get the question like, oh, has Kurt secretly been cleared to wrestle for a long time and that's why they were able to do it? Or was this a plan and they wanted to put him in TLC somehow anyways and he was going to get added to the match? And let me stop for a second. There's a big rumor going around, and this is just a rumor. There's no truth to this at all, but there's a rumor going around that Kurt Angle was always going to be added to this match as far as a partner of the Shield. It was going to be Roman, Seth, Dean, and Kurt Angle. There's no truth to that. Kurt was only added to this match because Roman had to get pulled. So what happened was that Roman Reigns found out on Thursday, late on Thursday, that he had the mumps. He can't wrestle. It's very contagious. So with that, the first thing Vince thought of was, well, we need to put somebody in here that's a shock factor that no one's going to expect. Not somebody that everyone could possibly expect, but nobody would expect. And the first name he thought was Kurt Angle. So they called up Kurt Angle in Pittsburgh and says, go see doctors as soon as you can and see if you can get cleared. And Kurt's been saying for the last 6 months he knows he can get cleared, which he did. Apparently they didn't have any doubts about this either, because the moment that they got that notice that Kurt was clear, they got all the thumbs ups and the box checked from his doctor, they sent out that breaking news alert. So, I mean, they didn't have another idea. They didn't have a backup plan. They put everything into Kurt's going to get cleared and just send it out as soon as we know. So with that, if Kurt would have been cleared earlier in the day, they probably would have sent that out earlier in the day. If Kurt had to get cleared later in the day, they probably would have sent that out later in the day. So, I mean, there wasn't a backup plan. It was always, let's throw Kurt in there. It's going to be a shock. No one's going to expect it. It's going to do, good, which it lived up for the most part. As far as Kurt wrestling again for the WWE, nothing's been talked about since TLC, which is expected. I mean, it's not like they're saying, oh man, Kurt, you were so great in that match. You're going to wrestle all again and again and again. No. Kurt has said over the past couple of months he would like to wrestle at WrestleMania. It's not off the table, so we'll just have to see exactly what happens with that. As far as the AJ Styles replacement goes, there was a couple names floating around that they thought of for that match, but they had a different mentality with that replacement. Unlike the Kurt Angle one where it was like, who can we put in there that's just a shock factor that's going to get people talking, it was, who can we put in there against Finn that would give us the best amazing match? And they had a couple ideas, which I don't know what the other ideas were, but everybody was in agreement that the best possible opponent could have been AJ Styles. So that was like, fantasy booking kind of thing. Who can we put in here against Finn Balor that can give the best match? Not best storyline wise, because everyone's saying, oh, they only did AJ because of the Bullet Club. No, it was literally, who in our entire company can we match up with Finn to possibly have the best possible match? So with that, Monday Night Raw is tonight. Gonna go on as normal. Tomorrow on SmackDown, gonna go on as normal. AJ is not on the Raw brand. He will be back on SmackDown tomorrow, and we'll see what happens from there. But that's gonna do it for this edition of Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, subscribe here on YouTube, and follow PWUnlimited.net for the latest in pro wrestling news.